Imagine transforming your garden into a beautiful paradise with just a few simple DIY decor ideas. Today, you will learn how to do exactly that. DIY garden decor not only adds a touch of personal style to your outdoor space, but also saves you a pretty penny. It's all about using what you have, repurposing old items, and creating something truly unique. Get ready to unleash your creativity and bring your garden to life with these captivating DIY decor ideas. First on our list is the charming bird bath made from old dishes. This innovative DIY project is not only a fun way to upcycle your unused dishes, but also a delightful addition to any garden that brings a touch of nature right to your backyard. Let's get started. You'll need a few materials for this project: a set of 3 old dishes of varying sizes, an old candlestick or lamp base for the stand, waterproof adhesive, and acrylic paint if you wish to add a splash of color. Start by selecting your dishes. They should be deep enough to hold water but shallow enough for the birds to bathe. A trio of graduated sizes works well. The largest dish will serve as the main bath, the medium one as the second tier, and the smallest one as the top tier. Next, choose a sturdy stand. An old candlestick or lamp base works perfectly. It should be tall enough to raise the bird bath off the ground and sturdy enough to support the weight of the dishes. Once you have your materials, it's time to assemble. Start by applying a generous amount of waterproof adhesive to the top of your stand. Then, place the largest dish on top, ensuring it's centered and level. Repeat this process with the medium and then the smallest dish, creating a tiered effect. If you'd like to add a pop of color, now's the time to do it. Simply paint your bird bath with acrylic paint, letting your creativity shine. Go for a monochromatic look or a rainbow of colors, the choice is yours. Just remember to let the paint dry completely before adding water. To finish off, fill each dish with water and place your bird bath in a quiet, shaded part of your garden. You'll soon see your feathered friends flocking to this quaint oasis, and there you have it. This delightful bird bath not only adds a unique touch to your garden, but also invites nature into your space. A simple yet enchanting DIY project that breathes new life into your old dishes and transforms your garden into a haven for birds. Next, add a fun and colorful touch to your garden with painted rock garden markers. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to spruce up your garden is to create your own painted rock garden markers. This project is not only easy, but it also brings a playful vibrancy to your green space. So, what do we need for this project? Gather some smooth rocks or pebbles, acrylic paint, paintbrushes, and a clear sealer to protect your art from the elements. You can choose rocks of various sizes, but make sure they are big enough to write on and small enough to not overshadow your plants. Once you've collected your rocks, it's time to let your creativity fly. Paint them in different colors, each representing a different type of plant or vegetable in your garden. You could paint a red tomato on a rock to mark your tomato plants, or a green leaf for your lettuce. The choices are endless and entirely up to you. After painting, let the rocks dry completely. This could take a few hours depending on the type of paint you use and how thick your layers are. Once dry, grab a fine paintbrush or a paint pen to write the names of the plants on each rock. If you're feeling extra creative, you can even add little details or designs around the names. The final step is to apply a clear sealer. This will protect your painted rocks from rain, sun, and other weather elements, ensuring your art remains vibrant and clear for a long time. Once the sealer is dry, your painted rock garden markers are ready to be placed in your garden. Position each rock next to the corresponding plant, pushing it slightly into the soil to secure it. These markers not only help you identify your plants, but also add a burst of color and artistic charm to your garden. Remember, there are no rules when it comes to painting your rocks. Let your imagination run wild and create something truly unique. These vibrant rock markers make it easy to identify your plants and add a splash of color to your garden. Now let's enter the magical world of fairies with a fairy garden in a pot. Imagine having your very own enchanted forest right in your backyard. A miniature world brimming with charm and wonder. Creating a fairy garden in a pot is one of those delightful projects that sparks creativity and adds a dash of magic to your garden. So how do we conjure up this little haven? Let's start by gathering materials. You'll need a large pot or container, potting soil, small plants, and of course fairy garden accessories. These could be tiny houses, miniature furniture, or even itsy-bitsy fairies. You can find these in craft stores or online, or better yet handcraft them for that personal touch. Once you've got everything, it's time to build our fairy tale world. Start by filling your pot with soil. Next, plant your mini plants to create a lush green landscape. Remember, this is your world, so arrange them however you like. Maybe you want a dense forest, a tranquil meadow, or a mix of both. Now, the fun part. adding the fairy accessories. Place your tiny houses, set up the mini furniture, and don't forget to add a fairy or two. Arrange them to create a story, a snapshot of fairy life. Perhaps there's a fairy tea party happening, or maybe it's just a quiet day in fairyland. Add a pathway using pebbles or small stones to give your fairy garden structure and depth. This could lead to the fairy house or meander through the garden, adding a sense of adventure and mystery. Don't forget to add personal touches that reflect your style or tell a story. You could add a miniature pond, a fairy-sized swing, or even a tiny treasure chest. The possibilities are as boundless as your imagination. Remember to place your fairy garden in a spot where it can be admired and where the plants can thrive. And there you have it, a magical fairy garden in a pot, a captivating mini-world that brings whimsy and charm to your garden. This enchanting fairy garden will surely be a hit with children and adults alike, adding a touch of whimsy to your outdoor space. Lastly, light up your garden with enchanting mason jar lanterns. This DIY decor idea is not just simple to make but also adds a touch of whimsy and charm to your garden. So let's dive in and learn how to create these magical lights that will make your garden glow. Start with gathering the materials. You will need mason jars, of course. Any size or shape will do, but make sure they are clear to maximize the light. In addition to that, you'll need some wire, a wire cutter, tea lights, and optionally, decorative elements like ribbons, lace, or paint. Now, let's get crafting. Begin by creating a handle for your lantern. Cut a piece of wire long enough to wrap around the neck of the jar and leave enough extra for the handle. Twist the wire around the jar's neck, secure it tightly, and form a loop on each side. Then, cut another piece of wire and attach it to the loops to create the handle. Next, you can add your personal touch. Decorate your mason jar as you wish. Paint a pattern, tie a ribbon around it, or leave it plain for a minimalistic look. Remember, it's your garden, so let your creativity shine through. Once your jar is all dressed up, it's time to bring light into it. Place a tea light inside your mason jar. You can use regular tea lights, or, for a safer and longer-lasting option, go for LED tea lights. They look just as magical, but without the risk of an open flame. And there you have it, your very own mason jar lantern. Hang it from a tree, place it on a garden table, or line a pathway with these glowing jars. They are sure to create a warm and inviting atmosphere, perfect for a quiet evening or a garden party under the stars. Before we wrap up, a quick safety tip. If you're using real candles, never leave them unattended and keep them away from flammable materials. Safety first, always. These glowing lanterns will create a warm and inviting atmosphere in your garden, perfect for evening relaxation. So there you have it, 4 fantastic DIY garden decor ideas to transform your outdoor space. We've journeyed through the captivating world of garden decor, starting with the charming bird bath made from old dishes. An easy yet elegant way to invite a little wildlife into your garden and give new life to those unused dishes. Then, we moved on to the painted rock garden markers, a fun and functional project that not only adds a pop of color to your garden but also helps you remember where you planted your favorite flowers or vegetables. Our third stop was the enchanting fairy garden in a pot, a project that truly lets your imagination run wild, creating a miniature wonderland that can enchant both young and old. And finally, we explored the magic of mason jar lanterns, a simple project with a big impact, adding a warm, welcoming glow to your garden during those lovely summer evenings. Each of these projects is a chance to express your creativity and add a personal touch to your garden. They are all easy to do, budget-friendly, and most importantly, they can make your garden an even more enjoyable place to spend time in. Remember, your garden is an extension of your home. With these decor ideas, you can make it as unique and beautiful as you are, so why wait? Start creating your dream garden today.